The Blackhawks power play needs some work. Patrick Kane has tied Mike Modano. Where does he really fall? And U.S.-born players. And Frank Nazar has 1 goal since October. We're going to talk about all of it next on CHGO Blackhawks. Welcome in to the CHGO Blackhawks podcast live from the Xfinity Loft. We are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use our code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Thanks for being with us. I'm Jay Zawaski. That is Greg Boysen. Greg is with us today. Mario is tending to some family things. Nothing bad, just taking care of the daughter while the wife is a little bit under the weather, so he'll be back tomorrow. We got a lot to get to today. Before we do, make sure you hit that like button for us. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page as well. And if you're watching or listening, rather, on the podcast, you'll probably be listening as it's audio only. Make sure you're following or subscribed on your favorite podcast app. A couple things we're going to get to today. We're going to talk about Frank Nazar and the fact that he only has 1 goal since October. We're going to talk about Patrick Kane, who tied Mike Modano as the all-time leading scorer among U.S.-born players. We're going to talk about his spot in history and who could potentially catch him down the road. But we're going to start with the Blackhawks ailing power play. 0 for 22 over their last 8 games. 0 for 5 in the 4-3 shootout loss to the Wild last night. It looks very, very broken. I got to give my thoughts on the postgame show last night. So, Greg, I will give you the floor. Here is the floor of the Xfinity Loft.
Thank you. I noticed the floor of the Xfinity Loft has a new carpet.
It does, and there's a coffee stain on it over there for Mario.
All right. That's pretty on brand. They haven't been over here in a while. I'm distracted.
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
Usually over there. Yeah, I thought the power play was better last night. But it's a very low bar to jump over there,
yeah.
Or slightly step over. It was better. I like, getting Tavo back helps.
Definitely.
He's a very good distributor and just knows how to figure out where guys are going to be. They moved Connor Bedard over to the left side. I don't know. I think it doesn't matter where that guy is on the ice.
He's always moving anyway.
Yeah, I think that's, overanalyzed where he is. When he has the puck, he's dangerous. It doesn't matter left, right, middle, behind the net. He can score from there too.
Right.
My biggest frustration last night was that overtime power play. That looked really good. I like that Blashill went with 4 forwards.
Yeah.
Because why the heck not?
Right.
Somebody in my Twitter mentions was like, that's coaching malpractice, not have a defenseman. What?
No,
okay.
it's okay.
Sure. The only reason they didn't score on that overtime power play is because Frank Nazar and Connor Bedard didn't score. Put the puck in the net. They had.
It's the easiest fix.
Both of those guys had multiple high danger chances on that power play. Score a goal.
Yes,
that's what you're there to do.
Did Blashill say 6 scoring chances on that power play?
They had 6 scoring chances, 5 shots on goal, 5 high danger scoring chances. Score a damn goal. You're there to score.
Yeah.
91 and 98. Put the puck in the net, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Well, I
right
think
now.
and we've seen from Connor since he's come back a little bit of what we saw from him in his first 2 years, where he's trying to do everything and he's trying to make everything spectacular. Sometimes you don't need to have the toe drag. Sometimes you don't need to change the angle of the shot. Sometimes you got to use your generational shot and just put it on net and get a rebound. Look at every goal Minnesota scored last night.
Look at the first goal the Blackhawks scored
Yes.
last night. Louis Crevier gets the puck at the blue line, doesn't think about it, doesn't settle it down, doesn't look for pass, just says, boom, I'm putting it right back on net. And what happened? There were 3 guys in front of the net,
Yeah.
and they score a goal. Ryan Donato, his goal was a product of just shooting the puck. It's there, shoot it. I mean, how to fix the power play to get back to that, besides scoring? But, I mean, as Blashill said before the game yesterday, it just hasn't been dangerous. And it hasn't been giving them any momentum because they spend 2/3 of the time just trying to get the puck in the zone. And then when they finally get it set up, the first unit's been out there for 1:40.
Right.
And they've been skating back and forth the whole time. So what exactly are you going to generate? They have to figure out a way to get the puck in the zone cleaner and quicker.
So what I noticed last night and lately, but especially last night, is they're doing the slingshot. Apparently they're going to do it. I know most of the league does it. Fine, whatever. But 2 things. First of all, no one else is moving. The other 4 players on the ice are standing at the blue line waiting for the puck carrier to come. Then I've noticed that the puck carrier gets over the line ever so slightly. Not enough to pass it vertically or behind them. It's as if they're immediately, as soon as they enter the zone, they are looking for that pass. Once you enter, take a couple extra strides, let your 4 teammates standing on the blue line start into the zone too, and you're going to get more options to pass. Because once you've crossed that threshold, theoretically, you should be able to keep going for at least a couple more strides. It's as if they're, as soon as they enter the zone, they're trying to get the puck off their stick. And look, now and again, we will see them say, okay, there's nothing here, I'm going to dump it. But when the other 4 guys are standing still, you have to go from 0 to puck to retrieve it, and that's a really low success rate too. Blashill said earlier this week that the confidence on the power play is suffering. That is evident.
And
that is evident.
And confidence is 50% of the battle when it comes to special teams.
Yeah.
When it's going great, it's going great. But when it's not, like, just look at the penalty kill right now. They're playing confident. And, you know, the 7 games ahead of before this 8-game stretch, the Blackhawks were 9 of 21 on the power play. They had both units cashing in. That was without Connor Bedard and Frank Nazar. How is it worse when you've got better players?
I don't know.
It's mind-boggling.
I mean, I do know because those players are turning the puck over at the blue line instead of just simply getting it in.
Here's an idea. Maybe don't have Connor Bedard bring the puck in the zone because that's what they're expecting.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, that's...
Have Tavo bring the puck in. He's a better passer.
I also feel like, and I need to go back and look at some of the old games, but with those guys out, I felt like they were dumping it in more frequently. And the other thing, too, is dumping it in sooner. Because last night I noticed at the times when the puck was dumped in, they were within 2 or 3 strides of the offensive blue line. If you dump it in from right over the center ice line, that's going to get, you probably have more guys that are moving towards the blue line in that spot so they can start chasing immediately. I just think the timing of it, whether it's a dump in, whether it's a carry in, whatever it might be, the timing is way off.
Yes, and the key to a good dump is the perfect timing. Yeah,
if it's
too early or too late, you could be.
If you're too late on the dump, it is bad news.
Way bad news.
Really bad. Joe Quenneville always used to say, "We need better dumps." Absolutely,
those are words to live by.
That is something to live by. So
as we get older,
a little more fiber in the water bottles. No, but I mean, and to me, when the timing is completely jacked. Yes. Again, that indicates that the unit is not feeling great about things.
Here's something else I'd like to see change a little bit. Can we stop standing at the side of the net and maybe stand at the front of the net? I know Tyler Bertuzzi has a lot of goals from that standing at the side of the net and banking
the backboard.
When was the last time that's happened? Take the goalie's eyes away. The simplest power play success to me is shots from the point with traffic in front.
Yeah.
Puck might not get through the first off that initial shot, but you're going to cause chaos. You're going to have skates and sticks and bodies in the way. The puck likes to bounce. The goalie can't find it. It's all about taking away the goalie's eyes and causing chaos. If you're not moving around the zone enough and you're not, and the penalty kill can just pretty much be stationary, you're dead. You're dead. You have to get the PK moving, and you have to take away the goalie's eyes. And the best way to do that is get guys in front of the net, because that gets the PK to collapse. That causes a ton of traffic, and then who knows what happens.
I've also noticed lately, too, that Bertuzzi, when he's not on the side, is along the boards a lot. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think they're trying everything. They're trying to see what they can do to work. But as we talk about at 5-on-5, and we talk about on the power play, and the most recent stretch of success the Hawks have had was just simplifying it and getting to the basics.
Take the shot. Take what's given to you.
And on the power play, the basics are put the puck on net and screen the goalie. Just go watch what the Minnesota Wild do. And tomorrow, they're playing the Pittsburgh Penguins, who have the number 3 power play in the NHL. Guess what, though? They've got some really skilled players on that team. And I guarantee you, when we watch the Penguins power play tomorrow, it's not going to look like Harlem Globetrotters on ice. It's going to be simple execution. Pucks,
and there's going to be an ass in Arvid Soderblom's face.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you score on the power play. Hockey is so simple sometimes.
It really is.
It's such a simple sport. Yes, there's a lot of little things. There's a lot of complexities. But the bottom line is simple. Shoot puck. Sometimes puck goes in net.
That's it.
They need to shoot more. But in order to shoot more, you actually have to have the puck in the zone. So it starts with the zone entries. Figure out a way to get the puck in. If you got to be dump and chase, you should win every one of those, because I'm no math major, but 5 is more than 4.
Last time
you
I checked.
should be able to get the puck. Just an idea. Once you have the puck, take what's given to you. Don't try 9,000 across ice passes. Try to set up Bertuzzi on that play 4 times and it doesn't work. Take what's given to you. If you're Tyler Bertuzzi and you have the puck at the goal line, 15 feet away from the net, don't look for a pass. Take it to the net. They're giving it to you.
Yeah, they are.
They're giving it to you.
And
Take it.
And I saw Foligno actually did it last night. Foligno had an opportunity on the right wing side, so left of the goaltender, just had an opportunity to be like, all right, you're going to give me all this time and space. I'm going to go take it. And I wonder if there's a personnel shakeup you would consider on these power plays. I know Levchinov was moved to the second unit, and I know he's gotten a lot of derision for why the power play is not working. But look, Artem Levchinov's impact on the power play is he drops the puck to the eventual zone entry player and then works the point. And I think what he's done on the point very well is kept it in the zone.
I think the biggest reason we saw that switch and that it was just the third period power play. There was, about 6 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah.
The Hawks were up 1. I think that switch was made just to take away, decrease the percentage of a shorthanded odd man rush to tie the game.
Okay.
Because Grzelcyk is not as aggressive, a little more responsible back there. I don't think that was, hey, Artie, you're demoted, you're not playing on this unit anymore. It was more of situational, where we can't give up a 2-on-1 here in this situation. We're only up a goal. Yes, we want to score here, but we also have to be responsible.
Yeah. I get that. That makes sense. I mean, Grzelcyk has had a lot of success on the power play, too. I wouldn't mind giving Wyatt Kaiser a look, just because I feel like he is playing so well lately, and his instincts seem to always be correct, right? Like his decision making is mature beyond its years. If there's a shot to be had, he'll take it. If there's a pass to be made, he'll make it. I just think that the way his brain works, I wouldn't mind. Maybe you just see how it works. Have it at a practice, and then give it a shot on one of your power plays during the game, just to see how it looks.
Yeah, I think that could work. He's really good at using his feet to create lanes on the ice. That could work. You've got other options. I mean, I know he plays a lot of PK, so you want to save him for that. But, if you got 30 seconds left on a power play, I wouldn't have any issue of putting Louis Crevier out there. There's a guy who's going to shoot the puck from the point.
You want to talk about keeping it simple?
Get
That's
puck,
what Louis
shoot puck.
Crevier
That's
has
what he
done all
does.
year. Yeah, 100%.
So you want a guy that gets the puck at the point and just gets it to the net? That's what Louis Crevier is going to do because he's done that all season long. He did that last night to create the first goal. There are options, but I get, the Levshunov. He is your most dynamic offensive defenseman. That's the role that is going to be his for his career. So do it now, sure. I know Sam Renzel is going to look to in the future to be a power play quarterback.
Yeah.
Kevin Korchinski was drafted to be that guy. Who knows if that's ever going to happen?
Yeah.
So there are plenty of options for the future, but right now, those are some options. But this team just feels like when they get their next goal on the power play, they'll go on another one of those streaks where all of a sudden the sticks are getting gripped a little less tight.
Yeah,
and
it just takes
the extra
one.
pass is good. Like they just go, oh, okay, that's how you do it. They breathe a little easier. There's not as much pressure. They know they're 0 for 22 in the last 8 games.
Yeah.
They don't need us talking about it to know
Well,
or asking about it. They know.
Huge part of why it looks broken is they're like 0 for 21.
Yeah.
0 for 22.
How can we not?
7 games.
Yeah.
8 games.
Exactly.
And you saw Bedard, I mean, he had that shot really well placed right through traffic, trying to pick the top left corner and just didn't score. And you saw the frustration on him of just on his, I think was that when his stick broke? I think that was the same play. Yeah. Goes down to his knees and just like looks to the sky like, what do I have to do to score? Chloe said he said a bad word.
Did say a bad
what was the
word.
word, Chloe?
He said
no,
fudge.
Don't do it.
He said fudge. He was doing his Ralphie impression because his mom was watching, so he couldn't say the F dash word.
Yes. I don't know. I think you're right. I think when they get one, it'll come in, it'll flood in. I like what we saw from Bedard last night, though. 8 shots on goal, 11 shot attempts, more of that. We talked about it when the season began. Those are the kind of numbers you want to see from him every game. Every game. Shots on goal, shot attempts, double digits. Let's go. All right. Hit the break zone. We come back. We're going to talk about Patrick Kane tying that jerk Mike Modano. I hate Mike Modano. I'll tell you why next on CHGO Blackhawks. What if you could have intelligent and reliable Wi-Fi? And what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That is the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you even know you have them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense, and you can stream the game even when the whole family is online. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And the best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees, and all of Xfinity's best equipment is included. Remember, a lot can change in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken, but your Wi-Fi should stay reliable and the price should stay put. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only, and, of course, restrictions apply. And is there anything better than getting back to the roots of hockey, the nostalgia of the outdoor game away from the indoor rinks? It is time very, very soon for the 4th annual Sand County Classic at Sand Valley up in Wisconsin. That's January 30th through February 1st. So sign up now at sandvalley.com. Get your team registered. It's 4-on-4 round-robin play taking place on multiple outdoor rinks with beautiful settings, with snow-capped dunes, pines everywhere. Absolutely beautiful. Divisions for 21+, 30+, 40+, beginners, advanced, whatever you're looking for, they've got it at the Sand County Classic at Sand Valley. Hospitality, perks, and the beautiful lodging. All-inclusive packages with cottages looking over the ice, just literally steps away from all the action. So get your team registered now at sandvalley.com. That's the 4th annual Sand County Classic at Sand Valley, sandvalley.com. All right, we are back on CHGO Blackhawks. And if you missed it last night on the Red Wings game against the LA Kings, Patrick Kane got an assist, tying Mike Modano 1,374 points. That is tied for a career high among U.S.-born players. We can do a lot of comparing. We can do a lot of projecting. But we should take a moment to talk about the unbelievable career of Patrick Kane. And I will admit that I am somewhat stunned that he is still as effective as he is. I did not think that, his third year in Detroit here, he's got 31 points in 39 games. He looks really, really good. And congrats to him, man. It is a big record to break. I have never liked Mike Modano because he leveraged the Blackhawks, and he played for the North Stars primarily, but leveraged the Blackhawks in free agency very, very blatantly. The Hawks thought they were going to get him, and then he was like, nope, thank you, bye. So I've never liked him because of that. Don't blame him, but it is what it is. It's cool to see Kane do it. He's going to break the record any moment now, but just an insane career for a guy who just seems ageless, especially now that the hip is fixed.
You should get old Jizzo 385 there. So the crop dusted Madonna in an elevator, or a buddy of his did. Yeah,
love that guy. Thank you.
So that means your favorite Mike Modano highlight of his career is when they
stretcher
dropped him
dropped
on the stretcher.
Since he's fine, yes. I never root for anyone to have a bad injury, but you can Google that. That was a wonderful disaster by the Dallas Stars. Mike Modano gets stretchered off the ice, and then they bring him back into the ambulance zone, and they drop him. Yeah. On the stretcher, they just drop him on the ground.
It's available. It's out there.
It only would have been better if it was the Homer Simpson
off the cliff.
Off the cliff.
Back into the Springfield Gorge.
Yes, that would have been better.
Obviously, this is a big deal for Patrick Kane and for the NHL. I wouldn't say I'm surprised that he's as effective as he still is, because he is just that player. He has that ultimate competitiveness that all the all-time greats have. You have to have that if you're going to be one of the best to ever do it in your sport or profession, whatever it is you're doing. I'm just more surprised about how his body recovered from that surgery, because we not too many players have ever had that hip. Was it hip resurfacing? Yeah. Ugh, just horrible sounding.
It sounds awful. Yes.
Don't do it if you don't have to. But just when he underwent that surgery, they listed all the players that had it, and nobody ever really was able to even come close to being their former self. So I'm just more impressed the fact that he was able to recover to get to the point where he is. And he's not what he was when he was here.
No, of course
not. He's slowing down, but that happens when you're, in your late 30s and you've played over 1,300 games. But, it was a long time coming. We kind of knew this. He was on pace to do this for a while, so good for him. Wish he wasn't doing it in a Red Wings uniform, but,
They have a tendency to do that, apparently.
Yeah, Mike Modano set the record in a Red Wings uniform. They like to get those. Them and the Rangers love to get the guys at the end of the career. The Blackhawks have kind of gone away from that.
They did it with Peter Bondra.
Yeah.
Scored his 500th goal as a Hawk.
Right. One of his, 4 goals with the Blackhawks? They signed him with 498 career goals. And then, but the Red Wings have done that a lot recently. They did it with Modano. They did it with, do you remember?
I'm sorry. He had 5 goals with the Blackhawks.
My bad. I forgot.
Put some respect on that man's
I
name.
forgot the 5th one. I remember the first 4, but do you remember the Danny Alfredson Red Wings era? They've done it a lot, but this is a little different than that. Those guys were 1 year. I want to get a cup before I leave. Where Kane's not per se chasing a cup, because the Red Wings this year, they're looking like they're going to make the playoffs.
They look good.
I still don't trust their goaltending down the stretch, and there's a lot of really good teams in the East right there. It's going to get interesting, but they've got a really good shot at getting back to the playoffs this year. As I said, I just wish he was doing it in any other not any other uniform.
Not the Rangers either.
Most uniforms besides
or Blues.
Besides the Red Wings one, but no matter how many points he finished. Sorry, it snuck up on me. Didn't mean to scare you. No matter how many points he gets, all the important ones were done here in Chicago. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, and there's no team bust in the Hall of Fame. It's just your picture. But everyone's going to remember him as a Blackhawk.
Yeah.
His number is going to be retired.
And the way
in
he
Chicago.
still talks about the team and, checks in, his heart is still here in Chicago.
Well, there was that video. It was like him and DeBrincat social media video, and he's like, "Yeah, we're Red Wings now," or something like. We've moved past Chicago, and you could see he said it so half-heartedly. It's like, I guess so.
Well, it is also fitting that he gets the record-tying assist on an Alex DeBrincat goal.
It's very fitting.
There's a lot.
Unless they were going to trade for Panarin.
I tried to look up how many of his assists came on DeBrincat goals, but I just couldn't find like an easy answer to it. But I'm sure it's quite a bit. He's got 874 career assists. I would imagine a lot of those are on DeBrincat, at least 15%.
Yeah, that's probably right. So 1, 2, 3. So they played what? 5 years together? 2 in Chicago.
Was it only 2 in Chicago?
When was DeBrincat's rookie year?
I think he had 4 years in Chicago.
Really?
4 or 5. Because he had 2 40-goal seasons here.
Jeez. Time flies by, man.
Yes, it does.
It's really upsetting. DeBrincat's first year in Chicago was... Jesus.
He played 5 years here. 5 or 6.
So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years.
And now,
so 9 years with Kane.
Right. So...
I cannot handle these... these age
Alex
updates.
DeBrincat is an old guy now. He's been around he's not a young kid anymore.
Yeah.
He's been around for a long time.
Oh, my God. That is upsetting.
What, 2017 was his first year?
Yeah. He's 28.
Yeah, I mean, that's not, he's a kid, but hockey age, he's in
his prime.
He is. He's at the peak. It's only downhill from here.
That's right. We have a super chat from Windy City Hockey, which is going to nicely kick off our next topic. He says, Patrick Kane is easily the greatest American-born hockey player of all time. Also, we know what could fix the power play, bring home the greatest American-born hockey player. I got young Dangle God with this one. Very well done. Thank you for the $1. We are going to have that discussion next. Is he indeed the greatest American-born player ever? And who could potentially be on his heels? We have one more super chat I want to get to before the break, too, so I don't forget, because I've had bad luck at forgetting lately. But Sir Jack 528 says, for $10, whenever Crevier is on the ice, I can at least count that he'll rip a heater right to the net. So having him could generate second-chance opportunities, which are desperately needed, in my opinion. Yes.
Give him the heater, Louis.
And I'm going to go hot take. Put him in a Dustin Byfuglien role. Put Louis Crevier right in front of the goalie.
Hey, we saw Zdeno Chara do it.
If you're over 22, everything's on.
John Scott did it.
Everything's up for negotiation. 100%. All right. Break zone. More on Patrick Kane and his American-born superiority coming up next on CHGO Blackhawks. As a man, are you starting to feel like you have low energy throughout the day? Yes. Do you not have the same motivation or drive? Sometimes. Are you seeing that scale move up? No. And hair fall out? Yes. Muscles tightening up? Yes, indeed. I might need to go to Game Day Men's Health. You should too if any or all of those symptoms sound like you. It might be the result of low testosterone, very common as you age. Happens to everybody, something to be mindful of. Whether it's peak performance or becoming a better father, a better husband, a better man, Game Day Men's Health wants to support every man's health journey through personalized care tailored to your goals. It's a super easy process. You'll be in and out in an hour. You can see on our screen some of the wonderful results that they have had before at Game Day Men's Health. You can do that for yourself. Check out their locations in Skokie, Naperville, Libertyville, and more, or scan the QR code on your screen to find the one closest to you, or visit GameDayCHGO.com to find locations closest to you. And if you're looking to up your protein game as you are improving yourself as a man, husband, etc., you need to check out Huel. It is protein-packed. It is absolutely delicious. It is a meal in itself. We are already a month into 2026. Keep those resolutions going. Keep your protein goals active. Really great stuff here. 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals, no artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors, gluten-free, under $5 per meal. That's what you're looking for. Get yourself some. The ready-to-drink and powder duo has basically become our insurance policy against chaotic days. Get Huel today with our exclusive offer of 15% off online with the code Blackhawks15. New customers only. Thanks to Huel for partnering and supporting our show. Get your protein game going. All right, we have a couple answers to the question. I found a story here written in November of 2025 that Kane has assisted on 92 of Alex DeBrinket's goals. Now, that was in November.
Right.
So since then, it's probably say about 100.
Close to 100, because you got to remember, Kane missed a bunch of games in December.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's probably between 95 and 100. So, yeah, it's a good percent. It's over 10% of his all-time career assists.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
I said about 15%.
That's
so
awesome.
It's close to that.
That's cool. Someone shared
I'm
last
going
night.
to imagine that that's the most of any player. Like,
in terms of percentage?
yeah, as far as
probably.
numbers.
Not enough time with Panarin.
No, 2 years.
And then in the Dynasty, he had a lot of different line mates.
Yeah, I can't imagine he assisted on 92 Jonathan Taves goals.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, that should be fun.
All right, let's get into this conversation. I know this is going to sound a little bit like I'm trying to copium, as the kids call it. I still believe that Chris Chelios is the greatest American-born player of all time. And when you look at the longevity of the career, the effectiveness deep into his career, everything he's won, everything he's accomplished, Chris Chelios to me was one of the defensemen that kind of reinvented the game. He kind of became a prototype for what a modern era NHL defenseman should be. And I think people have said that about Duncan Keith. People are saying it about Cale Makar. Obviously, Bobby Orr was really the guy who changed the way NHL defensemen play. That was the biggest, oh my God, it's totally different now. But Chelios is one of those guys. And for me, with some time to zoom out on it, reflect on it, I still have Chelios as the greatest American-born player ever. You got to remember, he finished, where is this? 6th in the Norris voting when he was 38. He won a Norris at 35, or 34 rather. He was a dynamite player for a really long time. And 1,651 games, 948 points as a defenseman is nothing to sneeze at, especially considering he spent 2,891 games in the penalty box. Or minutes in the penalty box.
Yeah, he's the most games played by an American-born player, regular season. Most games played in the playoffs by an American-born player, 266. Most assists by an American-born player in the playoffs, 113.
That's wild. By the way, for the record,
Patrick Kane has 85 assists in the playoffs. So he's got almost 30 more.
that's what happens when you go to Detroit.
Exactly.
They fall apart.
You don't get to pad those playoff numbers.
He will this year. Chris Chelios spent 48.18 games in the penalty box based on penalty minutes.
That's why he was able to play so long.
Yeah, it's a half a season. Yeah. To me, he's
more games than Thatcher Demko's played in the last 3 years combined.
It's pretty amazing, though, that both these guys spent the best years of their career as Hawks and the tail end of the year as Red Wings. By the way, this always bothers me. Chris Chelios spent 10 years in Detroit, only 9 in Chicago. More games played in Chicago, but more seasons in Detroit in his 26-year season. 10 with Detroit, 9 with Chicago, 7 in Montreal, and 1 with
the Atlanta Thrashers.
Your Atlanta Thrashers.
Exactly. Chicago Wolves. Yeah, I mean, you got to remember when the Hawks got Chris Chelios, it wasn't like he was this young kid. He was an established Stanley Cup winning Norris Trophy veteran at that point, 7 years. So they got him in his prime. And who knew that his prime was going to last 18 years?
He was 29 when he joined the Hawks.
Yeah. And hadn't even played his best hockey yet.
Yeah.
just the way that he played, and he played the same way his entire career, to play as long as he did at such a high level, the physicality he played with, but he also, was a really good skater, good offensive player too. So, Patrick Kane is the greatest American-born forward of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Chelios is the greatest American-born player. And there's a lot to choose from. There's a lot of great names. When you start talking about American-born players, Brian Leach I think is in the conversation. A guy to me that I think is the most underrated American-born player of all time is Joe Mullen. Who 500 goal scorer that nobody ever talks about. So lots of great players, and the way that USA hockey has grown over the past decade, how long is it going to be that, okay, say we settle on it, Patrick Kane's the greatest American-born player of all time. How long does he get to hold that title?
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, there's
Austin Matthews is, if he continues the way he's playing,
Austin Matthews will be the greatest American goal scorer of all time.
I agree with that. And maybe the leading scorer, but I'm not ready to call him the best. Even if he does break the Kane scoring record,
he's got to win. He's got to win the playoffs.
I got to see.
Like
there's got to be
part of the
trophies
reason
on the shelf.
Chelios has got is held in high regard. He won Stanley Cups. Patrick Kane's got 3. I know Brett Hall's technically not an American-born player, but he's American citizen.
For the record, Brett Hall, who played for U.S. teams,
right,
is the all-time leading U.S. scorer,
right?
With
but he wasn't
1391.
He was born in Canada,
but he's born in Canada, so U.S. born is the.
You get. There are those guys won cups. Mike Modano, he won a cup.
Yep.
I think for Austin Matthews to really get in that conversation, sure, he's going to finish with more goals than Patrick Kane. There's no doubt about that. I mean, he's only like 28 behind him now.
Yeah.
But he's got to win in the playoffs. He's got to get out of the second round. And he's not going to do that until he starts playing for another team, unfortunately. And the fact that he's playing his whole career in Toronto, where, hey, Chelios, Blackhawks, Red Wings, American teams.
Yeah.
Red Wings, Blackhawks, American team. Same thing with Patrick Kane. When you go and be the face of a franchise in Canada, people forget you're an American-born player.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, too, is you could argue.
Oh, I'm going to argue.
That Austin Matthews is already the greatest Maple Leaf.
Well, I would say he has to win a cup, but not many of them have.
Yeah, but
I mean, not since color TV was invented. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely in that conversation. Matt Sundin, to me, until Austin Matthews showed up, Matt Sundin was the best Maple Leaf I ever saw play. You can go back and talk about your Tim Hortons and George Armstrongs, those guys, but they played in a different era. That they played in an era where the Leafs actually won, so it was a really, really, really long time ago.
I guess it's probably premature to call him the best Leaf ever, but he is certainly on that trajectory.
Yeah, he's going to have all their scoring records. That doesn't necessarily make you the best player, but he's going to be, he will have his statue placed on that really cool Legends Row statue that they have in Toronto.
That is cool. That's the way to do it.
With the bench, and you just add a player. Yeah. They, he'll get there at some point. If they don't run him out of town, even if they run him out of town, he'll still get it at some point.
I mean, they got to. Someone's got to be next. But
could be middle finger boy.
Oh, we talked about this last night. The biggest controversy in the NHL this season is that William Nylander gave the bird to the camera.
Yeah, that's
Who
silly.
cares?
I don't care.
That is my instinct when a camera is pointed at me to give it the finger.
Yeah,
right. It's just like, I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah. See, look, I just did it.
Yeah, that's it. You're fired.
Again?
Yeah, I mean, it's
rehire me first, then fire me.
I hate that story, but Toronto has to find somebody. There's got to be somebody to run out of town.
You mean it wasn't Mitch Marner?
They
this
washed
whole
their hands
time?
of Mitch Marner,
And now
Get rid of that.
now they're having the worst season they've had since they tanked to get Austin
Crazy.
Matthews.
When you get rid of a really great two-way forward,
And then
your team doesn't get
try
better.
to replace him with 4 fourth-liners.
Yeah. Weird.
It's crazy.
Crazy. Now get William Nylander out of there now.
That's why Craig Berube's getting hit in the head with an iron.
That is so gross.
It's getting worse every
I
day.
don't need to look at that anymore.
Wear something, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get like a do-rag.
Yeah.
That would look cool on Craig Berube.
Sure.
Yeah. I'd be down for that. Is there anyone else besides Matthews? Eichel's not super far behind Matthews in terms of American scoring.
I don't know if if he'll get up in the Patrick Kane, atmosphere.
Yeah. So active scorer wise, I guess Blake Wheeler is no longer active. He had 943 and 1172.
I just think the greatest American-born player, maybe 20 years from now, probably is still like 5 years away from even being in the NHL. Because there's so much good young talent. You look at guys like Logan Cooley, world's best prospect. Well, he's off to a really good start. There's so many of these guys that are in their first, second, third years or just getting drafted that you could see 15 years from now being Hall of Famers. There's so much good young talent coming. But again, to be in the conversation as being one of the all-time greats, you have to win. You can score all the goals you want, but you have to win. I mean, you talk about guys like, you never hear about Charles Barkley being one of the greatest basketball players ever play, even though he should be in the conversation, but he never won.
Yeah.
Dan Marino, one of the greatest quarterbacks I ever saw. He's never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, most famous for not winning a Super Bowl.
Right. He was there in his, second year, lost and never got back.
Yeah.
You got to win. Unfortunately.
I mean, people still talk about Connor McDavid that way. Well,
right. I mean, he's
never won a cup.
Right. And he's the greatest player I've ever seen in my own with my own eyes, in their prime. Like, I'm not saying he's better than Gretzky, but I didn't get to see Gretzky play. I didn't see prime Gretzky either. No, I saw him play in person towards the tail end of his career, Rangers, Blues Gretzky.
Mario Lemieux has an argument for me.
Yeah.
But in terms of, oh, my God.
Right.
It's Connor McDavid.
Yeah. And he's going to be, when he retires, he's going to be on the Mount Rushmore of NHL players. But if he doesn't win a Stanley Cup, that's going to be the first argument against him. Well, he didn't win. If he only wins one, that's going to be an argument against him. Because imagine if Ovechkin didn't get that cup in 2018.
Yeah. The conversation would certainly be different if he hadn't won one. Chloe, you're shaking your head. Are you going to make a case for Nathan McKinnon? Is that what you're trying to do?
I was, but now I don't want to.
Yeah, it'd be a bad thought by you.
Yeah.
Why would that be a bad thought?
He's not a
Connor McDavid is better.
Yes, he is.
He's great.
It's
Nathan McKinnon is
debatable,
great.
okay?
It's not.
I love Nathan McKinnon. But
I like Connor McDavid.
McDavid's better. All right.
Everyone has opinions,
That concludes
okay?
Avalanche Corner for the day.
Hey, somebody commented something about Boulder, Colorado earlier, so shout out.
Okay, there you go. You got something to pay attention to. People do really care about Colorado on this show.
A person cares.
Yes, a person. And that person is running the show. All right, coming up next, we have a special guest standing by. Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America, a great partner of ours. Their CEO, Jeremy Foster, is going to join us for the last segment of the show to talk a little bit about how you can get involved in National Mentoring Month. So stick around. Jeremy is up next on CHGO Blackhawks. New vehicles are in store at Ray, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and this is your chance to score a great deal at the Ray Resolution Sales Event. Head to Ray CDJR on Route 12 today to choose from their huge inventory of new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams' vehicles. And right now, get 0% financing for 72 months, plus no payments till spring on new Chryslers, Dodge, Jeeps, and Ram models, and over 125 vehicles priced under $20,000. A great team of experts at Ray CDJR are here to help you during each step of your car buying journey. Plus, since they prioritize affordability, you know you won't overpay for the vehicle you need. Go check out our partner today to shop one of Chicagoland's largest inventories. Find the right vehicle for you, then drive home happy. The team at Ray CDJR is the only one we recommend. Don't miss out on the Ray Resolution Sales event. For more info, visit Ray CDJR today on Route 12 in Fox Lake or online at raycdjr.com. They've been serving the community since 1963. And is there anything better than going to an NHL game? Yes, going to an NHL game when your team is really good. That's even better. And it's time for you to get the advantage back, and that's what the Game Time app does for you. It is the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. Super easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you're going to get authentic tickets on time and at the best price. What more do you need to know? And fees are always included, so there's not an extra $25 on the back end when you go to check out. No, what you see is what you pay. And speaking of what you see, if you're going to a new building, you want to know what your view is going to be. You can do that straight from the app. Take the guesswork out of buying NHL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use our code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, use code CHGO for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. All right, we are back on CHGO Blackhawks, and we're pleased to welcome the CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Metropolitan Chicago, Jeremy Foster, to the show. Jeremy, thanks for being with us again.
Good seeing you.
It's great to see you. It is National Mentoring Month, and I know a huge part of what makes the wheels turn at Big Brothers Big Sisters is that mentoring. Tell people how they can get involved, what this month means to you. The floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me again and giving us the opportunity to inspire people to join us. But National Mentoring Month has been around since I've been at Big Brothers Big Sisters, 19 years, but it's been around longer. That happens every January. And it does two things. It sheds a light on the power and impact of mentoring, but then also provides an opportunity to learn more about people becoming, in our case, a big brother or a big sister. And that's what today is about, as an extension of letting people know the opportunity they have to not only transform a young person's life, their community, but their own through mentorship.
Well, I saw some very eye-opening stats looking at your website. Mentored youth are 46% less likely to begin using illegal drugs, 27% less likely to begin using alcohol, 54% less likely to be arrested, and 52% less likely to skip school. What do you think it is about mentoring specifically that, why does that directly correlate to those statistics in your mind?
Kids need positive, caring adults in their life, right? In addition to their family. I bet you we all have stories outside of our families of somebody, or maybe many people, that have somehow, some way shaped who we are and where we're at today. So it's a natural phenomenon, but for a lot of our kids, that natural ecosystem is fractured for a variety of reasons. But first, it's just how we nurture and raise children. And I know that it takes a village gets used all the time, but there's a reason it gets used, because it's true. And the solution to so many of our issues, especially facing young people, is that consistent, positive, caring influence of somebody who has your back. And it's even more powerful when it's not a family member, because remember, you don't have to show up. But the fact that you keep showing up, and then you're having fun with that young person, and you do it over and over again, that's what really transforms a young person's life.
Well, I know in a past life, I worked in nonprofit. I worked for the Greater Chicago Food Depository. So that was a really eye-opening experience of realizing that, unfortunately, like, people get born into bad situations.
Yep.
And it's very hard to overcome those without outside influences. So how much is that a factor with this, where it's, for whatever reason, there isn't that mentorship? And do you guys kind of identify like those communities or those areas that need that help more?
Yeah, 100%. We serve, we're Metropolitan Chicago, so that's 4 counties: Lake, Cook, DuPage in Illinois, and Lake County, Northwest Indiana. So that's our footprint. But it's through community partnerships, being in schools, and frankly, families word of mouth. We're in some of the high rises where, they'll know, oh, your son, your daughter, it's Big Brothers Big Sisters, and then they sign up through that. So, we've got a system of support of how we connect to children and families, and a lot of it's based on need. Right? We know these areas and pockets of need throughout our service area, but the reality is every child, regardless of any situation that you're in, benefits from mentoring. you do benefit more, and the cost of not doing it is higher in areas where there's been, disenfranchisement or that ecosystem is fractured, like we mentioned before, and that's where we kind of fit in. But yeah, it works, right? The consistency of that positive person just showing up, having fun, building confidence in the young person, it works time and time again. But I like what you said, need is everywhere. Right? It's in every zip code that we serve, and it's our responsibility to answer that call and come on with partners like CHGO to invite people in to help us.
We know you had the field day a while back, and our buddy Mark Carmen participated in that. I know he really, really enjoyed that, took a lot away from it. You got some pictures here, if you're watching us on YouTube, of Carm mentoring some kids on how to make just terrible sports takes.
That doesn't look like Carm.
Over and over again. Oh, that's Braggs. It is Braggs, yeah. So better takes from Braggs. Still not perfect, but better than Carm. We'll say that. I actually had the opportunity. I had heard about Big Brothers Big Sisters for my whole life. My family and I, we moved out to Homewood in 2017 and became fast friends with a buddy of mine. His name's Kyle Miller. He is 6 years older than me, so he's in his 50s. And I met his friend Rick, who is a grown man in his 40s, right? And I, like, how'd you guys meet? He's like, oh, this is my big brother. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's an adoption or whatever. And then Kyle explained to me, no, I was in Big Brothers Big Sisters, and we are still, to this day, connected at the hip. It's unbelievable, and we get to see Rick come by all the time and hang out with the family, hang out with the friends, and he has become part of our friend group. I think maybe the vision of Big Brothers Big Sisters is I'm going to be with these kids, and then my service time is over, and then move on, right? These connections are made for a lifetime.
They are made for a lifetime. Now, we don't put that on a volunteer, though. We'll be fair.
Sure,
but
yes.
But this, what you just described, first, thank you for sharing that. It happens all the time. It starts out as friendship, but that just shows you the richness and the depth of these relationships, how they take hold, and it turns into family. And once it turns into family, right, your family is your family for life.
Right.
And so it kind of does turn into that. And we see these examples all the time of the adult relation into adulthood, that they're still in each other's lives. And that is the beauty of this organization and this mission, is it's one caring human being connected to another, and a deeply personal, meaningful, but very fun way. Right? We get to talk sports. They get to go out and participate in sports. You showed the clip of CHGO coming out and playing flag football with the kids on arguably, I think, the hottest day of the year, like 110 degrees. But you showed up.
Yeah.
Right? And that meant a lot to kids there, because we had kids who were matched there, but we also had kids on our wait list. And so thank you guys for showing up. And Carm signed up to be a big brother, and there was a picture of him with his little at Botanic Gardens, which I absolutely love, that you guys really take this partnership seriously. So I thank you. I really do. Well,
it's kind of heartbreaking to hear that there's a waiting list. And I know people listening might be thinking like, well, maybe I could do that, but it's a little bit intimidating. And, I don't know, am I the right fit? Am I the right person? Can you kind of quell those fears in people? Because I know it probably feels overwhelming at first. I'm sure you get that a lot.
Yeah, we get it. I mean, been around 120 years. We have all this data and information back from people of what are the barriers. So number one is the concept of time. I don't have enough time. And number two is worthiness, what you just touched on. I can't really be somebody's big, which isn't true at all.
Yeah.
Are you a good person? Do you care? You have a positive attitude, and can you show up consistently? So, and we don't shy away from the time. It is a commitment, but first off, anything important and worth anything in life is a commitment, right? Think about the things that are important to you.
Sure.
You spend time on them, but it's not this overwhelming commitment. A couple times a month, a few hours each time, doing things, frankly, you would do, right? Watch sports, go to a movie, right? Those types of things. You're just doing it with a young person, which actually enhances that experience, by the way.
It's such a great cause, and we had a couple months ago, we raised some money for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and we bet our audience that if we reached our goal that we would do smelling salts on the show. Do we have the video of us doing smelling salts? Chloe's trying to find it.
I love it.
Well, what's funny about it is Mario, who's not here with us today, bought the smelling salts and did not take the cotton out. So we tried, like, well, it's not that bad. It's okay, but not as bad as I imagined. And then one of our loyals, Windy City Hockey, pointed out, you got to take the cotton out. And then it was very different.
Yeah,
And
it was intense.
Our producer, Chloe, even though the instructions say keep it about 6 feet from your face, Chloe basically put her nose in the bottle, and I think her head turned inside out.
I think Sarah is still doing smelling salts. She got
Just to get fired up for the Cubs show.
addicted.
Listen, you're a show of your word, and I appreciate
yes,
that. Good
exactly.
job.
It was great. But our listeners, I think beyond CHGO, these walls in here, I think that our audience is also, as soon as this partnership was announced, they jumped at the opportunity to help because look, maybe there are some people out there that don't have the time. Those people feel free to donate money.
100%.
Right? And why don't you let people know how they can do so and how if they are interested in becoming a mentor.
Right? It takes your generosity of both time and treasure, right? And for those that can't volunteer, you certainly have that opportunity. That's my promise to you, anybody listening or anybody else that's come across this is we put all your generosity directly to work. Last year, we made the 4th largest number of new matches, 804 kids off our waiting list we matched last year. We are on pace to do that again this year, and we can't do that without 2 people stepping up to be bigs, but also providing the fuel, which is your generosity, to help us do that. Help us have a team that's out there inspiring people, helping us match, do background checks, in supporting those matches. We're gonna hit 2,000, be over 2,000 this year.
That's great.
On our way in the next 3 years, our plan is to hit 3,000. And everybody joining us in Chicago, right? You can do this, whether you become a big or you make a contribution to us philanthropically. It all goes directly to matching and supporting a young person.
That's great. And the best way to do so is at bbbs.org. There is a donate button on the top right of the screen. There is a get involved tab right there for you if you want more information. Obviously, there's going to be frequently asked questions on there. So if you have any sort of concerns or hesitations, everything can be addressed there on the website. Before we let you go, any final messages to people you want to get out there just to make sure that the message is completely hammered home by the guy who knows it best.
And I'm glad the listeners and folks in here, thank you too. You answered the call too. You're the reason why they had to do the smell and salt. So thank you too for leaning in like you did. You have an awesome following and it's cool. And thank you for supporting the show. These shows do more than just talk about sports. We're that today. So I just want to lift that up. And people are good. Most people are good. Let's remember that, right? And one of the ways you can do that is be a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Well, what are you showing me? Oh, there you go. Curtis says, not particularly with Big Brothers Big Sisters, but a similar organization helped him get through childhood. I wish I was able to give back what I was given to me. So there you go, Curtis, bbbs.org. Sign up, get involved. Everyone from what you're describing, Jeremy, is capable of doing this.
100%.
It's not overwhelming. You can go sit in a movie with a kid, set a good example. I'll say this, if you're the kind of person who is curious or even thinking about doing this, you are the kind of person that is absolutely equipped to do it.
And that's where it starts. Remember I said, you just got to get to know. That's all they ask today is just get to know. And I think just get to know what this organization is about, what the mission is about, and you'll come back to it when you're ready to jump in, and you will not regret it.
That's great. Do we find the video? All right, we have the
see this.
We're going to play the Smelling Salts video here momentarily, but again, go to bbbs.org for all the information you need. All right, here is the video. Chloe, me, Mario, and Sarah.
Hey, it's the CHGO Blackhawks crew. Mario, Jay, Sarah, and Chloe here. This is Smelling Salts.
Yeah.
Ward Bottled Insanity Premium Smelling Salts.
Good.
Not sponsored yet. But they're going to provide us with the content. This is to pay off reaching our $1,000 goal on Tuesday's Day of Giving for Big Brothers Big Sisters. Very happy that we reached our goal. I was certain that this gimmick would get us there. That and 86 minutes of podcasting did it. So
Yay!
You've never done this. I've never done this. You've never done this.
I have done it twice.
Chloe's done it
Twice?
twice.
I don't know
All
about
right.
the insanity.
Bottled insanity.
I'm definitely
We'll see how it goes. All right. So since this was my idea, I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
Kids, don't do this at home.
Ooh. Oh, I don't like that.
Full. That's more than 6. That's closer than 6.
Oh,
okay, that wasn't that big of a reaction.
Oh,
It
no.
certainly gets in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it said 6 inches, not 6 centimeters.
Okay, go for it.
The 6
Yeah, it
inches?
certainly gets in there.
Oh, that's unpleasant. That I did not enjoy.
Oh God. Wait, I don't know what 6 inches is.
Oh, no, that's on camera now. Ooh!
That's so bad.
Okay. I've never done this. Whew. Wait.
She goes for a second.
That's actually not as
All
bad
right.
as I feel
I'm
like
good.
I've
We
done
did it.
before.
Ah.
We paid it off.
All right, well,
We're
there
all
you
awake
go.
now for post game.
Wow, okay, so I would describe that as
Bad.
Smells like
A-
powerful salt.
a public pool being shot up your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it smells like
It's like
to
a
me.
lot of
That's actually a very good description.
It gets in the sinuses.
I'm good.
But I see hockey players,
there you go.
they're like,
Oh,
they're like in it.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
But I
numb.
wanna
They're
do
numb
that.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, we did it. We paid it off.
Hopefully that was the reaction you were hoping for. No one threw up.
Darn.
Shout out to everyone for the donations again, and yeah.
It's must-see TV.
I think that was Chloe's first week here too that we did that. You were
Welcome
very
to the
new.
show.
Welcome to the show.
That was a crazy way.
so
to
next day
join.
of giving, we got to up the ante. We got to figure something else out.
I don't know what you do that could. Well,
I'm sure
we'll
Mario
see.
will think of something.
Yeah.
Jeremy, we appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much. Again, we just can't reiterate enough how proud we are just to be affiliated with such a great organization. Everybody, go to bbbs.org, get involved, become a big, make a donation, do both, do either. Just get the information and get your feet wet and see if it seems like a fit for you. And again, I promise you, if you're even thinking about it, you're a fit. We will talk to everybody tomorrow on the CHGO Blackhawks podcast.
We all silly like the mayor.